And before we talk more about how the virus actually infects us, the dangers, let's look where the outbreak is occurring predominantly. You know, we've heard the news stories coming out of Texas. The great majority of cases have actually been in Texas, but also in 6 states, 70% of the cases have been found. But if you live elsewhere, that doesn't mean you're immune to this virus. West Nile virus has actually been found now in 48 of the 50 states in the United States of America. That's why we're trying to teach people today, not only about how to protect yourself, what this virus is, how we get sick from it. And because the outbreak's down in Texas, we actually wanted to have a guest join us. And now via Polycom from Texas is Dr. James Detienne. He's the director of the emergency department of Baylor Hospital in Dallas, Texas, which has been a hotbed for these infections. And you know, my family lives down there in Fort Worth, and they're terrified every time they get a mosquito bite. So, Dr. Detienne, in terms of what are city officials, you all in the medical community, urging people to do in order to prevent potentially getting bitten by mosquitoes and getting this infection?
There's a lot of steps that you can take to prevent it. You wouldn't go out without a seatbelt. You wouldn't go riding your bike without a helmet. In an area where you have West Nile, it's really important to wear your insect repellent. If you're concerned, some people are, DEET is very safe, but if you are concerned about having it on your skin or your child's skin, put it on when they go out, let them play, do their regular activities, come in, then you can take a shower and take the insect repellent off. It's real important to protect yourself. You can protect yourself.
And I think this is a classic example. If you all remember back to the H1N1 scare, the swine flu scare, there was so much panic. And I do want to remind people that 30,000 people a year die from complications of the regular old flu. So while West Nile virus is very scary, understand these numbers are still significantly below what we see on an annual scale with the regular influenza virus.
Right, absolutely. And the things to watch out for are these severe things, severe fevers. Just like you said, when you talk about neurologic symptoms, people don't understand, but like a severe onset of headache or stiffness, what we're talking about is these things progressing to like meningitis or encephalitis, things like that.
When we use these terms, meningitis, the meninges line your brain, and you can actually get inflammation of that area. Encephalitis is inflammation of the brain itself. And so, in the end, the best thing you can do at home, wear light-colored clothing, avoid dusk and dawn, being outside, standing water, get rid of it. And Dr. Detienne, we really hope that the number of cases continues to drop and that eventually we look back and say that the West Nile virus was a scare, but it did not become truly debilitating. Thank you so very much, Dr. Detienne.